Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Happy Thursday, one and all. Okay, let me say hello to a few people and then we'll get started right away. Try to get you guys out of here in an hour. How about that? I think it's only fair. Okay, got that, got that. Huh, okay, and that is good. All right, hello, C-Mac. Hello, Legs, who wants to say hi to a whole bunch of people. Hello to Maureen. Is that uh, Danian? Okay, and Church Nelly. Mina Ruth, hello. Patricia Ashman. Oh, you know what? I just realized I got to do something to block the trolls. We got to block those trolls because they are getting all worked up on social media right now. So I don't want them messing with me. Let me see here. The trolls are out. Let me see there. Okay. Mm, oh, there we go. All right. I am going to put on the troll repellent, the troll spray. I keep forgetting about that, but since I'm here, let me do it. And as usual, we'll go back for a week. Okay. Because apparently, I'm going to talk about this later, but apparently, the derangers have been going after charities. What a sick thing to do in order to try to exact a revenge against the Sussexes for unspecified reasons. These sickos keep going after the charities. It makes so little sense. And they call themselves supporters of the Cambridges. Wow, I'm glad I don't have supporters like that. Let me see here. So 1 week and save. Subscribers only. So you have to be a subscriber for at least a week to comment. If you have not been a subscriber for a week or more, then you will be unable to comment. Now, if you are a subscriber and you're a long time subscriber, and for some reason you're not able to chat, you may have mistakenly unsubscribed and then subscribed again. That can happen. Um, like how many times have I logged myself out of the StreamYard just by chance? But it does happen. It can and will happen. Mistakes will happen. So fret not. Yes, fret not, honey child. It can happen. Okay. Hello to Diane Hawkins. Someone should ask Billy begging more, but when has it ever worked going after the patronages? This isn't new. Never has a patronage dropped a Sussex. Never. You got that right. Um, yeah, it is. It is so twisted, and I hate it. It really. I mean, I was every time I think about that, I just get very, like, uh, kind of that sickly feeling. It's awful. It's just, especially well child among others. What a sick thing to do. I mean, does anybody have that kind of hatred in their soul? You have to wonder about that. And these are mostly middle-aged MAGA people. In the United States, they're MAGA people anyway. Um, it's really bad. You wouldn't think that an older person would have that much hate in them, but these are not children that are doing this. This isn't some campaign by college age kids because they got better things to do. These are older people that well, as you guys know, I'm going to tell you what really got to me was one time there was someone who went into the comments on Royal Sussex and they were so aggressively trying to hide, you know, in the responses to the comments that you guys make. And I was supposed to just ignore that. I mean, I check all of that. And of course, the moderators do an amazing job of catching most of it before I ever see it. But they go into the comments and then they try to hide amongst the comments and say all these little, nasty negative things only to be blocked forever. But is it just shows a lot of devotion, that they would create a strategy like that. Like, okay, this is not where, and they have to watch Royal Sussex to be that upset to want to come into the comments to do that. And if you haven't heard this before, I will say it again. When I first got serious about this channel, one of the squatties realized that I wasn't quite aware of how things worked. And she said, listen, take my advice. Get rid of those haters. Get rid of the trolls because they're going to drive people away from the comments. And that's exactly what I did, one after the other. I'm sure that well over 500 people have been blocked from Royal Sussex, and it hasn't hurt the channel at all. As you see, there's still some 17,000 subscribers and growing. And of course, the hate channels have, oh, what, 100,000 subscribers in some case, because there are those sick MAGA people and whoever else, those royalists that love to hate. For a daily dose of toxin, they will go to those channels to figure out if they're dolls or surrogates or, um, let's see. And you know what I just read today? I read that Meghan went through all of the royal money, the taxpayers' money to fund her wardrobe while she was there, just so that she could look good. Never mind that she was a millionaire when she got there, but she went to the taxpayers to go through the royal funds to create a wardrobe for herself. And the sad thing is that there are people who believe that. You couldn't tell them any different. They believe that just as sure as the sun is shining. They believe that the Duchess of Sussex was only there for the money, and she thought Harry would be king. And when she found out that that wasn't the case, she wasn't interested in being there anymore. Oh man, how oh, that scenario never gets, well, yeah, it does get old and it's pretty pathetic. So, you guys that perpetuate that lie, get some help. Get some help before it's too late because you're truly sick. Hello, Church Nelly, Rosa Roberts, Mama Jane, Verda Sanchez, Letitia Malone, Carolyn Soares, Connie Bomer, Patty, and who else? Veronica Quick, Ladyfoot, Annie Bullard, Elaine Parker, hello. Haquin Pinkin, yes, hello. Alita Portress, and who else? Lucy Wen, Mercedes Todd. Wow, I went on Twitter a couple of weeks ago and I always watch Twitter, but I never say anything. And I noticed there were comments being made in my name. Who's using my name? Wow. That's got to be weird, right? That really has to be weird to see something like that. Let me see here. I had someone screenshot one of my photos one time and add it to Twitter with some weird comment. And when I saw that, you know what I was thinking? Damn, I look good. All I could think of is, okay, nice, but damn, I look good. So yeah, that was about all I got out of it. I wasn't offended, but I was just surprised somebody went through so much trouble. And I don't know what the point of it was. I guess just to let me know that yes, I will take your image and make you look gorgeous, show off that flawless complexion. Yeah, do that. Do that. For a baby boomer, you know, I got a lot of things working against me, but my skin has always been beautiful. So yeah, do that. Remind people that. Oh man, I'm not sure what it was supposed to do, but yeah, it's got to be weird. So I haven't had anyone use my name yet, but yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you. Hello, Dorothy Ross, Donna Black. I can't stand the Cambridges, so I will never click on anything about them. But people that hate on Princess Meghan stalks her just to leave stupid comments. How sad. It is extremely sad. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Thursday to you. I'm glad you're here. Okay, let's see here. um, uh, okay, Faith Mazzini says it is absolutely true, Baron. There are people that does hate and lie. Really, it is a pathetic situation to see elderly people lying like that. How do they teach their children to tell the truth? Faith Mazzini, it is and these are like old like sly, clever, baby boomers, pensioners. It's so weird. I've grown up with this idea of having respect for my elders. And as I slowly crawl into the position of being the elder in so many situations, um, I don't have the words for it, especially to make up lies. I mean, it's one thing to, kid about someone's, afro or something like that, or that tick they have where they can't stop grinning and the jazz hands and stuff. But to make up stuff, to just make up things, especially about the counting teeth and oh, she doesn't have any legs, and if that was the case, if there was a case that say one of the children didn't have legs, what of it? But that was something that was tweeted, was that the child doesn't have legs. Oh man, I'm just like, seriously? Yeah, and uh, these are the people that you pass in the grocery store, sit next to in church, or walk past on the street, or maybe you sit next to them on the bus with that type of twisted hatred, like they are out to save the universe by taking these measures to secure these lies. I mean, I've seen a few accounts where people follow Royal Sussex and the trouble that they go through to try to indict me as somehow trying to destroy the royal family, as if they're not doing that actively themselves. I don't care nothing about those people. I just want them to leave the Sussexes alone. So, yeah, it is so strange. But anyway, let's get into it because it's already 15 minutes and we haven't even seen our first slide. So let's get into it. Okay, there she is, a woman who would have such a huge impact on the world. Almost what? What does she have on? Lip gloss, a little eyeliner, and just looks absolutely amazing with the most minimal amount of makeup. Um, I love this photo. I love that look with the white coat and the big gold belt and everything. Very, very nice. And notice as per usual, very minimal earrings. Jewelry, very minimal. But so here we go. So Edwin Hayward. I don't know this guy. I only just let me move myself out of there. There we go. I've only just found him yesterday. You know how bullies often get away with it until people compare notes and look really closely at the situation. Here's a look at 24 hours of attacks on Meghan Markle by the UK main right wing news websites. Time period 4 March 2021. Institutionalized racism and then some. Oh, I know this is going to hurt your eyes and mine as well. So Let me do this. I'm just going to go ahead and make this as large on my screen. As you guys know, I have two PCs, but I depend on my older one because it has a what is this? A 27-inch monitor, 27-inch HD high resolution monitor. So that is why I depend on the older PC. The other one is just there for backup, and it's for occasions like this when I have to decipher these very small words. I'm not going to go through all of them, obviously, but Daily Express, Andrew Neil discovers scathing Harry and Meghan prediction heading for irrelevance. Really? On the, what was that, the 4th of March, 2021? Did you really think that the Sussexes were headed toward irrelevance? Oh, but it's just the type of catchy headline that, and this is something that Andrew Neil says, and then it is, I guess, upheld by the Daily Express. Audrey Teschner has a super sticker. We as women of color is beautifully made. God knows our hearts and inner souls. You could say that again, Audrey Teschner. You could say that again. I tell you, I would take a praying grandmother, as I said, when I know that those church mothers are praying for me. I, I, I trust that as much as I trust any scalpel or PhD degree or whatever. That is something powerful, and it is what's been able to sustain the African American community. So yeah, um, women of color have had to shoulder quite the burden in the Western industrialized world. That has been a constant, and it's just an inner strength that it seems to alarm people, and I think maybe it's because they just don't know where does that come from. You know what I mean? People are afraid of things they don't understand, and that inner strength of a woman of color just is so intimidating to people, um, especially to white men in power. They find it terrorizing. But thank you for your comment and thank you for the super sticker. And happy Thursday to you. Oh, thank you, Church Nelly. All right, so working my way down, you can see that the Daily Express had some 50. That is 50. Let me make sure I get this right. This is okay. That was leading up to probably the Oprah Winfrey interview. Was that out at that time? I guess, yeah, I guess we were waiting those days, March the 4th, 2021. So we were waiting for the Oprah Winfrey interview, which I think premiered on the 8th of March. So, of course, that was when the tabloids went into a fever pitch of activity. I mean, they were all over themselves trying to make sure that, they can get this information out there. Okay, so the big red lettering there, media didn't bully Meghan. If anything, they glossed over warning signs, trouble lay ahead. This is the same media that had this mixed message where, on the one hand, Meghan was the most exciting thing ever to happen to the royal family since Princess Diana. And then on the other hand, there was that same undercurrent of racism, misogyny, and so on. Let me see. I'm going to go to line 30. Palace public acts of defense for Meghan Markle during Duchess royal stint. Really? They defended her? Let me go. I'm just going to go random here. Number 42. Queen gives green light for Buckingham Palace to investigate claims Meghan bullied staff. Now, this is, let me check that again. I got to check that again. This just seems. Here's a look at 24 hours of attacks on Meghan Markle by the UK mainstream media, newspaper, websites. Yeah, I guess. Oh, it's just it's hard to, and the Express, they do throw out a lot of crap within 24 hours. Let's face it. So, the Sun. Let's go with number one. At least 10 ex-aides queuing to help Palace probe into Meghan's bullying. Let's go to number six. Harry and Will's rift is last thing Diana would want amid Oprah interview row. Okay. Number 11. Meghan and Harry wants to be out of limelight except when it suits them. Uh-huh, says experts. I mean, this is uh, okay, so that is the Daily Express. That's the Sun. How about the Daily Mail? Interesting, right? Team Meghan versus Team Queen. Rival fans of the Duchess of Royal Family fights war of words on Twitter with just three. Oh, it cuts off there. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut that off or did I get it like that? Anyway, so this is the Daily Mail 31 within 24 hours. Okay. So there's 50 for the Express. No wonder they call it the Express. 28 for the Sun, 31 for the Mail, and Daily Telegraph 19. 19 within 24 hours. And I'm just looking at this. I'm like, is this real? I mean, I know there was a lot leading up to the Oprah Winfrey interview, but even for me, who have seen so much of this, gosh, this seems like a lot. But I guess it is true, huh? Wow. I mean, there is a way that you can verify these, and that is to take them title by title, Google them, and see what timestamp pops up on the internet. But okay, I'm just going to assume that this is exactly as it appears. Okay, let me look at a couple of your comments. Oh, that was for Verta. Hey, up, that's not for me either. Hello. Okay, that's not. Hey, is anybody talking to me? Oh, is anybody talking to me at all? I mean, if not, it's okay. You guys are no different from my family. You wouldn't believe how many people ignore me. Uh, okay, maybe this is for me. Ladyfoot says they are of their father, the devil, and the lust of their father they will do. He was a. Oh, really? Is that for me? Okay, which one? I don't understand that one. I'll come back to that. Okay. All right. Hello, Sheila James. Sheila James says, remember those talking points are all coming from Harry's treacherous, malignant, abusive, dangerous cluster B relatives for the media and public to run with whoever they want. Clarence House, Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace, and what is the other one? And the establishment? Yeah. Okay. All of that, of course, is alleged. I have to say that, but probably true, but alleged. Okay. All right. So, okay, that sounds weird. Okay, that sounds weird. That's almost like a double entendre, but okay. All right, Diane Hawkins says the volumes of hateful articles screams desperation and acknowledgement that only the Sussexes sell copies. Nobody is interested in any of the rest. You can say that again. I believe that to be very true. And of course, I've been saying that for a couple of days. They really have to have the Sussexes. They have to play off of the Sussexes' popularity and create these stories so that they can, I guess, uplift themselves in some twisted way. Tash Max says they held back on their wedding day because the world was watching, but every other day was unrelenting attacks because of her race, intelligence, and beauty. Tash Mac, that is absolutely brilliant. You are so right about that. I couldn't have put it better. That is so brilliant and so true. Well, we need to send them sympathy and condolence cards on the death of their reporters. Bet that would put them over there. Oh man, John Commonwealth, you're quite the rebel today. Oh, okay. I think this bullying of Meghan is activated by the fact that people make money and believe if there was no money involved. I believe that if there were no money involved, it would not be as it is. That's true. It's $1 billion industry. It is $1 billion industry. It is absolutely, and as I keep saying, you guys, this is the type of vetting that goes on for a candidate for the presidency, where you have constant vetting of a person's background. So that has happened to the Duchess of Sussex. And then, of course, you have the opposition actively coming up with lie after lie after lie. So for someone who's not seeking public office, the Duchess of Sussex is being vetted day after day. She's being attacked day after day. I'm sure they have not given up on the idea that they're going to find some kind of dirt on her. Anything. No doubt they go through the trash and whatever else they can get a hold of. And of course, all of the people that they have tried to pay off. Okay, hold on, you guys. Ah. All right, just made myself comfortable here. My chair is squeaking. I apologize for that. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it. Every time I like turn, it just starts screaming. But then again, if you had an over caffeinated chubby baby boomer sitting on top of you for hours every day, you'd scream too. Connie Balmer, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being a member and watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Next slide. So, Edwin Hay goes on to say, looking at this, it's no surprise that the couple chose to escape this bigoted, blighted country to raise their children. If they could, they'd probably be on the phone to Elon Musk to get a place on the first trip to Mars. Has anyone ever been more systematically vilified? Now, that's something to think about, isn't it? And then, of course, over here it says, and then you've got the radio, talk radio, running a massive poll with highly loaded, literally illegal question. You can't strip citizenship from someone who has no other citizenship. Let me see. You can't strip citizenship from someone who has no other citizenship. So essentially, the poll says, and there it is, should the UK strip Harry and Meghan of their citizenship? 16% says yes, 84% says no. Again, 16% says yes, 84% says no. Now, of course, I'm sure this is not a scientific poll, it was just a consensus among the talk radio listeners. So, anyway, this Edwin Hay, is it Hay? Let me see what his name is. Hayward. Okay, it cuts off there. Edwin Hayward's. Of course, I'm going to follow him now on Twitter because I'm interested in more of his take on the Sussexes. Let me see here. Oh, Jill Woodcock, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex and happy Thursday to you. Thank you so much for being here. Lydia Barber says, Baron, thanks so much for your hard work. You are killing the haters of your kinswoman, Meghan, slowly. Thanks so much. I am sure you are encouraged with the kind of strength Meghan has got. Absolutely. Absolutely. I learned about the Duchess of Sussex when I found out there was going to be a marriage. And all of the stuff that I was learning about her, I'm like, wow, wow. I just thought it was, you know, just incredible that after all these years, Harry finds someone that is so dynamic, not like his mother, but dynamic in her own way. And as I learned about some of the stuff she had done, and, especially since childhood, being the activist that she was, I was just inspired by that. Absolutely. And as a person of color, as I always say, representation matters. And for me, when I say representation, it doesn't have to be a person that is of African American descent. I like to see when someone goes against those stereotypes. That is like one of my favorite storylines ever, ever. And so it doesn't have to be someone of African American descent. It just has to be someone who has strength of conviction, someone who has gone against the odds, someone who has stepped outside of their comfort zone and even made other people uncomfortable by their presence, and eventually win them over and show that, hey, I can rise to the occasion, not just like someone else, but even better than the next person. That is always a storyline that I love. So it had all the ingredients. And then, of course, seeing the Sussexes together. I mean, come on, they're just like watching a romantic comedy. Um, but, other people have different ideas about it. They see her as a threat, and no wonder, because she's a woman of substance and intelligence. And I guess the more people push against her, the more that I feel obliged to uplift her. So yeah, I do feel very motivated and encouraged by the Duchess of Sussex. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about that a little bit more, but thank you for your comment. I really appreciate that. Okay. Uh, gonna see. Guess what, Baron? The UK does and has stripped citizenship from someone with no other citizenship. Oh, let me see. I remember that name. Yes, I remember that name. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what the legalities of it is, but that's why I had to read that a couple of times. You can't strip citizenship from someone who has no other citizenship. I don't know exactly. And maybe it is illegal in the world court or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I had to read that a couple of times because I was just like, huh? But well, as you know, when people of color are involved, as I say, the rules tend to change. Like for instance, we couldn't dare have people from other countries, like, oh, I won't even name all the countries, but if you come from a black or brown country, then surely you shouldn't be in the United Kingdom. But if you come from Ukraine, and even better, if your eyes are blue and your hair is blonde, we'll have you. We'll have you. As a matter of fact, we'll pay people to take you, using the excuse that there's a war in Europe. But as I've said so many times, and I will say it again, a lot of people are fleeing from problems that started because of the United States, because of the United Kingdom, because of NATO, because of France, because of all the Western countries and their war on terror, because of their need for resources. They have created a lot of the problems that people are trying to run away from. That's why global warming is such a big issue, is because as we in these industrialized countries are using so much of the planet's resources and creating so much carbon emissions, it has created droughts in other places in the world. So I don't want to single out any country, because I think most of the industrialized countries are the ones that consume the most resources, and the poorer countries consume the least amount of resources, which really just goes to show that we all could get by with just a little less. But anyway, that's a discussion for another time. Okay, so I'm going to move on. If these spam people don't leave me alone, gosh, what in the world are they selling? They just I've had like back-to-back spams today. Back to back. Like 4 of them since I started. That's a lot. That is a lot for me. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, super sticker. Hello, the swirl experience. Love you too, Baron. I mean, love to you, Baron. Always a treat to catch a few minutes of your live show. Well, thank you, Swirl Experience. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm hoping you're having a very productive day and an amazing, amazing weekend. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for the super sticker. And thanks for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Wow, a lot of comments coming in. Let me move it on here. Naomi Maria says Megan is dynamic, smart, highly intelligent. After reading all her achievements, yes, people are threatened by her and jealous of that. Instead of uplifting her, they are trying to drag her down. Exactly. I mean, to hear of her resume, right? To hear her have a conversation about things so well rounded, just she, as they say, she's usually the smartest one in the room when she's with those royals, and that was a threat. And maybe she just wasn't in awe of them enough. Maybe she needed to be more nervous and cast her eyes to the floor, and instead of being herself, they wanted her to be less than and more. And of course, the whole thing about, well, we paid for her wedding, and oh God, give me a break. Whoever Harry married, you were going to pay for the wedding. It doesn't mean that she wanted it. That means that it was just bound to happen. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Were they expecting her to come groveling every time that she showed up or something like that? Um, every every, and I do mean without exception, every Miss America that walked down that runway, if you will, whatever they call that thing that stretches out to the audience, every single Miss America sobbed and boo-hooed and cried and had their mascara running, and all of that stopped when Vanessa Williams, a woman of color, a woman who wasn't really so interested in the pageant system, she really wanted to pay for college. She didn't live her whole life for the pageant system. And all of that stopped. And it just happens that she was a woman of color. And I think at the time, that was one of the things that I'm just going to say they held against her, was the fact that she didn't seem like she appreciated it enough. She wasn't easily impressed by all of these, powerful people that was suddenly around her. She had that dignity that carried the African American community through some of the worst horrors in modern times, and even, of course, going back a few hundred years. It was that she took with her out on that stage, and she just wasn't so impressed. I mean, of course, she was appreciative. She was glad she won, but she wasn't crying and on the verge of collapse, and that seemed to confuse people. Does anybody else remember that? I remember when she won, that was one of the talking points, was the fact that oh, she's not inconsolable. Huh. I wonder why. I wonder why. I don't know. I'm just saying. And so when I think about the Duchess of Sussex, I think about those kind of situations where, I don't know, I guess they expect for a woman of color to enter the scene like Butterfly McQueen or Hattie McDaniels or something like that, not to disrespect them, but I think they expect that from women of color. And then when they don't get that, it seems to be confusing. It seems like it's confusing. Like, gee, she's not, she seems rather unfazed by this. Well, yeah, that's because s- some of us were raised, some of us were raised to believe that we're supposed to occupy the spaces we're in, not because somebody is trying to show us charity, but because we have earned the right to be there. Right? Right. So, I tell you, I it take a when you get a chance to go back to seeing Vanessa Williams accept her Miss America and take a look at some of those who have come before her. She was poised, elegant, and of course the best qualified one to win. So that's the thing that I admire so much about the Duchess of Sussex. I admire that about Doria is that they they are unfazed by the whole thing, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there who would step into that world, and you would get a totally different reaction, but just not Doria, not Megan. Nope, not at all. That's just not this story. And I guess maybe that confused people is that Megan isn't like so in awe of all of that stuff. I mean, I've been to some of those royal households. It's nothing so impressive. I mean, it's ancient, it's old, and there's a lot of history, and it's just like being in some movie or something. That's it. But the idea of someone living in those spaces, it's like you're in a mausoleum. It's like you're living in a museum. It's not really a home to anybody. They all have their own apartments within those places. They don't sit out there on the settee and accept visitors 24 hours a day. That's a ceremonial thing. So, anyway, let me go on from here. Let me see. Royal Style Watch, Buckingham Palace. No response to the media policy seems puzzling. While there were 246,525 articles written the about Marco between May 2019 and April of 2020, according to the digital PR agency Bank. Okay. And then there were far less articles written about Kate Middleton and Prince Andrew during the same period of time, with 96,460 on Middleton and 72,125. Well, I'm sorry, 72,125. Well, yeah, that is what it is on Prince Andrew. And yet the palace and let me see. And yet the palace and its team felt compelled to defend both Kate and even Andrew, while Meghan Markle was never defended. Markle, it seems, had to look the other way because these articles were not as important. Oh man, you see what I mean? Oh, that really bothers me. God, that bothers me. I mean, they could see that this girl is going through all this stuff and nothing, nothing. You're on your own. And every time I think about that one content creator that said, "Well, she knew that before she," oh man, oh, this is aggravating. Let me see here. RG Teschner, my family sends love and respects to you guys. Well, thank you on behalf of the Sussex squad, Audrey Teschner. We accept and we send our love and respect in return. Thank you so much for that. Very nice of you all. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thanks for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Let me see. Puzzle Dot says some of the most intelligent women is black and half white. Let me see. We work hard for everything. We use our brains and beauty. Our parents prepare us for inbred and lazy people. Is there ever any preparation for that? Does anything ever prepares one for that kind of stuff? I'm not sure, but I hear what you're saying, though. I appreciate your comment. Okay, let me go here because I got something very important I got to do. Let me see. Take that away. Oh, no wonder. All right, you guys, it is that time, isn't it? For some of you, this will come as no surprise, but if you don't know what time it is, you will find out in short order. I can't believe I wasn't prepared, but that's okay. Okay. Ready, you guys? Okay, you guys, when you hear that, then you know that there is a very important comment from Charlotte. So Charlotte says, "Oh, you know what? Now I can't find it." Charlotte, where did you go? Okay, it was somewhere. Let me see, and I will translate it for you guys. There it is. Charlotte says, "Les imbéciles," that means those idiots, have let me see, Prince Harry's father, Papa Prince Harry. Okay. Les enfants, that's some children. Yeah, Archie and Lilibeth, infants, and let me see. And so those something else about them okay. Usually I'm much better. I'm much better. I am going to have to go back and study some more. But thank you so much for that comment. Um, Charlotte, we appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, man. Okay, Charlotte, thank you so much. I needed that because I was getting very, very uptight with this stuff. Oh, okay. So, was I done with this? Oh, yeah. Let me go on to the next one. So, anyway, those are those imbeciles or imbeciles. There they are right there. Two of them, anyway. Mediocre Middleton and Workshop Wheel. I don't hate anybody, but I in my gut, I believe that so much of the problems that the Duchess of Sussex has suffered has either been directly because of the two of them or by those who were trying to uplift and elevate two very lackluster people in some kind of way to convince the world that they really deserve the attention that they get. And even with all of the plotting and scheming, it hasn't really worked. Do you guys remember just the other day I showed how many media outlets, how many on I mean this is just a handful out of the hundreds, if not thousands, that wants everybody to know that the Sussexes are going over to the UK and then to Germany. I mean, they didn't even stop with UK like, oh, that was the most important part. They even mentioned the fact that they're going to Germany and the Invictus Games. That is what they possibly have been trying to derail. And of course, the Rangers that pretend to love and support them, they have also tried to derail the Sussexes. Instead of just committing to being better people themselves, they seem to find comfort in right wing white nationalists and MAGA people, which is pretty much the same thing as the same, as I just said. So that is where they have found comfort. That is where they find their support. It's unsustainable. It's unsustainable. But they're going to try to do it anyway because when you don't have talent to offer, the only thing you have is darkness. And that's what they have done. They have decided to go to the darkness to look for support. Good luck with that. There's a lot of bad things lurking in the dark. So they'll find out. Okay, so let's talk about this some more. All right, you guys. That was pretty heavy. And thank you, Charlotte, for bringing me back before I got too deep into it. Okay, so Prince Harry, yesterday, if you recall, I did some detective work and I figured out exactly which hat that is he's wearing. It is for African Parks, AP, known as African Parks. And so Harry was seen over in Africa, and was it Zimbabwe? Oh my goodness, I was in Mozambique. And I think perhaps he started off in South Africa. Anyway, he's the president of African Parks. I can tell you in just a moment because I still have the slide from yesterday. And I will show that or share that with you. Oh, is that it? Well, that came up fast. Okay, so this is from yesterday. Yes, Prince Harry of England. Yeah, this is what they had yesterday. There he is, president of African Parks since 2016. That is that beautiful thumbnail I made, still like one of my favorites. Okay, so let me get back over here. Right there. And Omid Scobie says, as already seen in tweet citing, Prince Harry is in Belanculu, Mozambique. Oh, that's right, Mozambique. A representative confirmed he's there in his role as president of African Parks, welcoming and co hosting a group of U.S. officials, conservationists, and philanthropists to tour protected wildlife and nature areas. So, again, he is welcoming and co hosting a group of U.S. officials, conservationists, and philanthropists to tour protected wildlife and natural areas. So it is not a vacation, of course. Harry is working as president of African Parks. He is there to obviously take some very important people around looking for support for the African parks. There are a lot of people that have a lot of money and a lot of goodwill that would hate to see that the natural beauty of Africa disappear because of agriculture and because of so much stripping the land of minerals and such. And in particular, we're talking about the oil companies. There are people who want to prevent that from happening. So I have to tell you guys, there is, uh, I don't know what the percentage of people, but there are people who are naturally, shall we say, cautious about the idea of having any outsider, even Prince Harry, to show up. And so Harry's walking a very tight rope here, or what is it? He's walking a fine line with the African parks. Obviously, he's trusted that he's been given that position. He can bring a certain amount of attention to what's needed for the African parks, but he is still an outsider. And so just know that not everybody is happy about that. But It's going to take people with means and people with popularity to help save these parks, because this, at the same time as Harry is an outsider, like any place else in the world, you have politicians that would, you know, easily give up a lot of these natural resources for more power, more money, whatever. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that are just equally suspicious of some of the people that are natives of those various countries or parks and such. So um, it's a fine line to walk. And anybody who takes up that kind of work is putting themselves in the middle of a lot of, powerful interests. And so let's pray for Harry's time there and his position as president of African Parks, because with any place where there are resources, there is a certain amount of greed and distrust. And while I trust Harry, you all trust Harry, um, there are a lot of people who, for very good reasons, don't trust anybody, whether they're in the country or outside the country. So he's, but he's there, and he's doing great works. And so far, it's been going very well. That's why he is still the president of African Parks. But there is a president of African Parks. There's someone who oversees the actual workings of this agency. So that is not Harry, but he is. I guess you could say he's the face of it, and of course, he is deeply involved, as Harry is deeply involved with anything that he puts his name on. So for that, I am super super proud of him. Okay, I think Megan has really worked on Harry, because he looks like he's had his teeth cleaned. Now she could do something for the rest of. Ah, oh my goodness. You went there. You went there. Um Mercedes Todd, thank you for your comment. I'll just say that, and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Okay, painful as it is, Megan is where she needs to be. Her mother must have some sort of comfort. Have To have Megan home. Absolutely, I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that. Everything happens for a reason. It really does. It really does. Sheila James also says here, Dory must have completely wiped out by Harry's treacherous relatives. Thank you again, Sheila James, for your comment. Tashmak says there will always be naysayers, so we should never allow them to dictate what we do in life. Harry and Meghan are ignoring the noise and striving. Tashmak, yes, yes, yes. And do you guys remember when I said some time ago that be prepared to feel nervous, because the Sussexes are not hiding from life? They are going to take up some very unpopular causes amongst the jet set and the aristocracy and such. They are going to go out into the world and make changes. They're going to make a difference in this world, and it's not always going to be the safest things to do or the wisest things to do, but it will definitely come from their hearts. I said that a long time ago. Be prepared to be nervous, because they're not hiding behind the walls. So I'm pretty sure when you have two very intelligent, hardworking people, a power couple, if you will, um, they don't always play it safe. They don't do everything according to some rule book or something like that. They will, put themselves out there when they feel it's necessary for the right reasons. So yeah, Tashmak, again, brilliant. Thank you so much for that. And that's why I really do, I really, really do admire them for that, because within the institution, they could not have these kind of moments that they're having. They would have to filter it through the rest of the family. And if there's any bits left, then you all can have it. They don't have to go through those filters. But they're not embarrassing the royal family. They haven't done anything to challenge the royal family. Harry spoke his truth. Meghan spoke her truth at the Oprah Winfrey interview, and that made some people uncomfortable, but it needed to be said. Okay, they ripped the bandage off and aired their, thoughts to a certain extent, and that was that. But aside from that, is there anything anyone can say that they have not conducted themselves as royals, as dukes and duchesses of Sussex, as prince and princess of the realms? I think not. They have not caused the least embarrassment. They have not put a foot wrong. They are still doing works of charity and of course something that the other royals are not used to, philanthropy. They have they've done the work. They continue what they started as a married couple, what they both did away from each other before they ever met. And that is service. They continue service. So they haven't done anything wrong. It's the press that is fanning these flames. Let me see. Baron Harry has been the president of the NGO African Park since yes, 2017, 2016. I forgot what 2016 was. I think that's when he uh something. And then yes, you're right. Since 2017, he's been president, but I think he's been a part of it since 2016. I just saw that somewhere, so that's why I said 16. Okay, you're so right. Now they need to work on Prince Charles and Andrew too, because they look like trees. Are you all still talking about their teeth? Oh, wait, Iris, does it look like Vanna White forgot to turn a couple of their teeth? Does it look like an old cemetery with the tombstones all leaning and turning and laying down and stuff? Oh man. Okay, so during his visit, Harry, 37, is welcoming and co-hosting a group of U.S. officials. You know what? I've put this twice for some reason. I already read that. Um, Oh, no, 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 no. This one is from People Magazine. During his visit, Harry, 37, is welcoming and co hosting a group of U.S. officials, conservationists, and philanthropists as they tour protected wildlife and natural areas. A spokesman for the Duke of Sussex tells People. All right. So, yeah, that quote is from People, not from Omid Scobie. Oh, and over there on the left side, that is a letter. I have always loved wild places. That's the letter from Harry. And it is so small and so fuzzy. I just really wanted to include that. That was from, um, I think from 2019, 2018, something like that. So that's a older print there. So um, you know what I'll do is I'll try to find a nice, sharp, clear copy of it, and I will add that to the community tab or add a link for it. I'll do that. There's no way we can move forward unless we acknowledge the past, and I think so many people have done such an amazing, incredible job of acknowledging the past and trying to right those wrongs. But I think we all acknowledge there is so much more still to do. Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, speaking about the legacy of colonialism. Prince Harry, in the shadow of his mother's portrait, and of course, there is a photograph of Princess Diana signing the same autograph book, well, not autograph book, but what do you call those books? Anyway, when you go someplace, then gosh, what do they call those? It escapes me for some reason. But and then next, 20th anniversary. Well, this was in 2020, of course, of African parks. As by the way, that is one of the best photos that Harry has ever taken. That photo is like epic. Love, love, love that photo. That's probably oh, well, it was 2020. That's when he took that photo. There you go. Duh, it says 2020. Yes, that was from 2020. 20th, yeah, that same thing right there. You can see the hat that he wore the other day, African Parks. And let me go over here. There we go. That's our Prince Harry, all grown up. And as I was going through preparing for today, oh gosh, I sound like Thomas Markle. But as I was going through things, I thought about it's no wonder that the royal family is terrified. I think they're absolutely terrified and so intimidated by Prince Harry, not only because of the Duchess of Sussex, but just because of Harry by himself. They have been able to control him. But when it comes to his family, there was just no way Harry was going to sit idly by and watch his wife and his children being tortured by that same institution that destroyed his mother. There was just no way that was going to happen, and there's no way that he could exist in that family, considering that the institution really hasn't changed since then. They have not moved on from that, or should I say, they haven't improved. So it's not so much that the Sussexes should ever be afraid of him. They are the ones that are afraid. The institution are the ones that don't sleep at night. They are terrified of him, so much so that they would strip his security and not even give him the ability to provide security for himself and his family when he returns to the UK, because they are so terrified of his popularity, because his way of, I guess, reaching out to people and how responsive people are to him in return, that just seems to terrify them. They can't control Harry. So the best thing to do is to try to obstruct him and prevent him from returning home, or giving him little or no excuse to ever return home. They are terrified of him. Do you hear that, derangers? Terrified. They are the ones that are afraid, because deep down inside, they all know that on their best day, none of them could measure up to Harry. None of them could measure up to the Duchess of Sussex. They are just all very selfish, arrogant, mediocre, lackluster people that have existed for so long with the respect people give them, not because they've earned it, but just because of a sense of obligation. The only living Windsor that has earned that respect, as far as I'm concerned, is Prince Harry. The only one. As the girl said, I don't get any of it. If you put any of us up there, we could do just as well as any of them. And I believe that, except for probably Harry, who is naturally talented and gifted. Other than that, the rest of them are just pretty pathetic. All of them. Harry has been doing the work. Not only, and you know what? I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad that we don't see the Duchess of Sussex so much, because I'm pretty sure that the narrative would have been that Harry is being carried along by his wife, and this man has been working. This man has been working so much that I've actually been nervous for him, because I don't want him to get burned out. Who would have ever thought that you could see something like that? Executive producer HRH, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. Now you could throw that with any of the other royals and you'd know it would just be something honorary. But this is worked for. This is an achievement, something that was earned. And that is the big difference. You couldn't put that. It's just like it would be like putting those medals on um the Count of Wessex, Edwina. It's like Edwina's medals for them. It's something that he could put on, but you know he hadn't earned it. This is earned. Okay, so um, again, Omid Scobie is trending like crazy. And Glow was the one who pointed this out, right? Yeah, that was Glow. I'm sorry, I didn't add the caption to it, but yeah, Omen has still been trending like crazy, which is good. I'm glad for this new and improved Omid Scobie. Not that I was so opposed to the old Omid, but I think that he has been unshackled by his circumstances. He's gotten this good gig with Yahoo. He's probably getting more freedom with ABC News or whatever, but bravo for him. Hello, Joan Garcia. Let me see. The mean streak of the British royal family isn't new, as detailed in their history. Yeah, it's certainly not new. That I would never assume. It is certainly not new. It is probably expected from them. Okay, thank you for your comment. I love that Omens is free to speak with I'm sorry, free to speak truth and express. I'm sorry, expose that bully monarchy. Thank you, mascara. Sorry, I butchered that. Let me drink some water. That's what I need to do. Hold on a second, you guys. Wow, I'm getting a lot off my chest today. So check this out, you guys. I'm not the next Usain Bolt or Michael Phelps. I'm the first Simone Biles. I love that, but totally unrelated to the photo on the right is the photo on the left. Check it out. I didn't know she had a sister, let alone um, someone that almost looks like a twin. Are they twins? Are they twins? How beautiful they are. And look at how gorgeous that skin. One of the things I've always noticed about people is gorgeous skin. Um, beautiful, beautiful skin. Okay. I look up Kate achievements yesterday. I couldn't find anything she's achieved. Nothing, zero. But she's only been gifted with awards. I believe that, Naomi. I'm not even gonna do that myself. I'm gonna take your word for it because off the top of my head, I really can't think of anything. Let me see. Oh, that's what I was trying to do there. When Harry met Meghan, the darkness flushed out the light. I'm sorry, the darkness flushed out in the light. Let me see. Squatties are going to help keep the light burning. Squatties, we are good angels and prayers we are going to Zion with for Meghan and Harry. Thank you so much for that puzzle dot. Let me see. The Markle family is feeling the karma from their evil, greedy, and fat butts. One is having teeth problems. Two are having financial problems if they are looking in their father's home for these. Well, you know, when you go over to his house, you got to go through it. I mean, that's what Thomas Markle Jr. said. He was over there just going through things. Got to go through things. Okay. Okay, you guys. I love this. What is it? Kazim Rashid Esquire. He is a civil rights lawyer, amongst other things. My kids had their first day of school today. As school starts up again, tell your kids about Ruby Bridges, the first black child at an all white public school in the South. Miss Bridges is only 67. 67. Wow, she looks young, right? There she is, pictured with President Obama. You can see in the background that famous Norman Rockwell image of the young black girl going to an all white school. And up there at the top, you can see, I think that was a Hollywood depiction, or is that an actual photo? Looks like it's a colorized photo, perhaps. And then down there at the bottom, you can see Ruby Bridges as she appeared then and as she appears today. So, yeah, I want you guys to think about that. Tell your kids or grandkids about Ruby Bridges for their first day of school, just to remind them how important it is and how much people have sacrificed to make sure that they have a safe place to receive their quality education. Thank you so much. I what is it? Ivelisse Quezada. Yes, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Thursday to you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, let me see here. And then moving on, there is the actual Norman Rockwell painting. Um, that is a depiction of a little girl, not necessarily Ruby Bridges, but everybody knows it is. And you can see where someone has thrown a tomato. And of course, the N word is faded on the wall next to her. And you could even see, if you look very carefully at the very bottom there, she's escorted by the U.S. Marshals. But at the bottom, you can see the signature of Norman Rockwell. Hyacinth Ofer, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Thursday to you. Thank you so much for that. I am Ruby Bridges. How one 6 year old girl's march to school changed the world. In a beautiful and poetic reflection, Ruby Bridges tells her story as never before and shares the event of the momentous day in 1960 when Ruby became the first child to integrate the school system as a 6 year old little girl, a personal and intimate look through a child's lens and lens at a civil rights at a landmark moment in civil rights history. So there is a book available. Yeah, you know what? I don't have the link here, but there is a book. And gosh, let me see, who is the printer for that book? I'll tell you in just a second here. I did save it. No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. I did. Give me just a second here. I will tell you, and I will share the link with you there if you're interested in that book. Oh, man, I almost thought. Wow, I'm looking. Omid Scobie is still trending. Come on, Omid. Come through. Okay. All right. So there's the link for that book. It is from Anderson Bookshops. I guess that's a micro press or independent publishing company or something. But it is co authored by Nicholas Smith. And that is the link. I will peg the link to the top of the chat so that if you guys are interested in the link, you will be able to. Let me see. Okay, where's my link? Let me do it again. Now I don't see it. And I will peg it. There you are. Okay, so if you guys are interested in that book, if you would like to buy it for someone special, that is the link where you can find it. How courageous. Okay, any comments? Let me see. Must have been terrified going to school then. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Some of those photos, God, they make you cry. They will make you literally cry looking at that little girl. Oh, yes, Berta Sanchez. God was protecting her. Absolutely. So, this right here, which you already caught a glimpse of, if Black children are old enough to experience racism, white children are old enough to learn about it. Okay, love that quote. And then look at the sign down there at the bottom. It is made of iron. They meant for that to last. No colored allowed. By order of manager Broadway Theaters, Knoxville, Tennessee, May 26, 1925. That sign is made of iron. It's not just a little wooden plank that was painted but it's made of iron. They meant for that to last. Wow. Wow. I found that today and I just thought I would share that with you. But that sign is made out of iron. They meant for that to last for a long time. Obviously, to last for a long time. The British royal family's fans attacking Meghan and Harry's charities. So I had to decide what to do with that. The Sussex Squad has raised tens of thousands of dollars for various organizations, while anti Meghan hate accounts continuously try to find new ways of monetizing their hate. Anti Meghan hate groups are similar to QAnon and MAGA. Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? And there is some overlap with those groups. Aha! Exactly. Well, this is what I decided to do. When I saw that trending, well, not so much trending, but it's what's being spoken about in the Sussex Twitter today. I just couldn't. I couldn't. I had to protect my mental health, and I don't want to go through the examples of the quotes of people bashing the Sussexes directly to these charities to try to discourage them from working with the Sussexes. So what I decided to do was with that was nothing but just to tell you that it is happening. Sometimes you have to know when to protect your mental health. You really have to call it. Um, and sometimes you have to not only do that for yourself, but for the sake of others. It's ugly. It is absolutely ugly. And it is so painful to think that these charities can help so many people. And yet you got these derangers that, in some cases, set up one account after the other. Like sometimes the comments that we get on Royal Sussex, I look at the date the account started. Sometimes it has been within hours, sometimes it's been within days. They literally established the account so that they could harass us on this channel and any other Sussex friendly channel. So, yeah, I decided to do nothing with it. I'm just going to tell you that it's happening. And if you feel inclined to probe any further into it, you're welcome to do so. But I say protect your mental health because it's hurtful. So this is something you can all be proud of. I don't want to like close out today on with that, painful stuff. This is something you can all be proud of. Sussex supporters philanthropy from April 2019 to July 2022. Sussex Global Baby Shower, $90,783. Happy Father's Day. Let me see, 2019. Sussex. Okay, that was I see two of them. One for over 5,000, another one for over 6,000. Sussex Great Forest. Oh, you guys remember that? Sussex Great Forest. That was for the Sussexes when I believe that was in response to those derangers. Well, not the derangers, it was the tabloids, one and the same, when they made that big thing about Harry using Elton John's jet. Elton John assured people that he paid the carbon offset, which I could explain in further details if you like, but not right now. But he played the carbon offset, which is like a carbon tax for people with private jets. Basically, they plant trees. So what happened? The Sussex squad planted a forest in the names of Meghan and Harry. And then, of course, Archie Day, $130,000. Campaign Truth, 8,000. Sussex Angels, over 6,000. Sussex Squad a thon, 23,000. That was in 2021. Archwell Axe, over almost $4,000, almost 4,000. Let me see. Airless Ladies. I don't know what that one is. Sussex Squad Book Drive. Was that to get those copies of the bench? Is that what that was? Archie's second birthday. I mean, look at that. This is extraordinary. And so it comes out to, I think it's over 800. It cuts off, but I think it's over $800,000 of philanthropy from the Sussex squad, right? And anyway, you guys, give yourself a pat on the back. Give you guys yourselves a hand. This is amazing. You know, they don't have an equivalent to anything like this with those derangers. They just don't. I mean, with all of their effort, they don't pull out the checkbook, so to speak. So you all should be very proud of your efforts, even if you have not been able to contribute. The fact that you have shared, the fact that you have commented, and you've kept the momentum going for these various fundraisers, that means a lot. Sussex Squad annual fundraising in 2019, 102,000. In 2020, 388,500. I'm sorry, $454. Oh, what is wrong with me today? Including the what is that? Duchess of Sussex, 130,000 matching contribution to CamFed. I'm sorry, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, $130,000 matching contribution to CamFed in 2020. And then in 2021, 193,875. And to date for 2022, 125,276. You guys are amazing, right? That's what the Sussex Squad does. The Sussex Squad does the work. You know, it's not just a matter of perpetuating a narrative. I mean, this is tangible proof that the Sussex Squad is here to stay. The Sussex Squad is a force to be reckoned with. See those numbers? So, what can I say? This is from, and by the way, if you notice the difference, the other one is to until July, and this one only goes up into well, not this one. This one is only for August of 2021. So within a year, that's how much was raised, was $649,982,000. Okay, very, very, very proud of the Sussex Squad. And you guys, I have to tell you, I am not a organization type of person. I don't really care for groups. I don't. And the big attraction to me for the Sussex squad, of course, is the Sussexes, but also the fact that there's really no head of the organization. We all act together and yet independently for a common cause. And it works for us. It works for us. And I hope that never changes. There's no such thing as a splinter group. I mean, you know, it's a common cause. That's all I can say is there's a common cause. Sussex Squad, remember this wonderful young man who shot his shot when who shot his shot. Well, okay, when Meghan visited his school, he's off to college at Cambridge University. Well done. What is it, Aker Okoye? Congratulations. Go do great things. Thank you. Well, do you guys remember him? Let me refresh your tea. Let me refresh your tea. Take a look there. Oh, wait. You know what? This is out of order. This should have been before that one. Sorry, you guys. I got this one totally out of order. That was supposed to be um after this. But anyway, sorry, you guys. There he is. Um, you guys remember him now, right? That is the young man who decided to stand up. Everybody was encouraging him because he's like the most, he's like the most. I'll just say he's the most in his class, in a good way, the most. And so, anyway, Acker was encouraged by the group when he raised his hand and said that he will speak out on behalf of equality for women. And so, when that happened, he went charging up to the stage and he gave Meghan a big hug. And then, of course, he could not help but tell Meghan exactly how beautiful she is, and much to the delight of everyone in the crowd. What did he say? She's gorgeous, isn't it? Something like that he said. But anyway, we all remember that moment that made everybody smile. And so there he is right there. Okay, Aka Okoye, congratulations on your achieving triple A, on you achieving triple A. And now, let me see. And now you're off to, is it Jesus College, Cambridge University, to study education? Black boys winning. Hashtag Black boys winning. She really is beautiful. That's the phrase right there. She really is beautiful, isn't it? So there you go. He is all grown up and headed to Cambridge University. I know Cambridge, but anyway, that's where he's going. So that is that. And lastly, two things are happening to make them increasingly unhinged. The Sussexes continue to be successful and grow in global popularity, while it's simultaneously increasingly obvious something is really wrong in the Cambridge camp. A toxic marriage, unhappy kids, failed projects, etc. Yeah, so the contrast to what the Sussexes are experiencing with their global popularity, and I'm going to dare say global brand because we all have our brand, and their brand is flawless. Okay, um, it's all going so well for Harry, and like I said, that really bothers them because Harry is quite formidable. Harry is a force of nature. The Sussexes are a power couple. The Duchess of Sussex is just way, even 50% of the Duchess is worth 100% of the rest of that royal family. So, and I'm talking about all of them together. All of them together doesn't even measure up to 50% of Meghan. 100% of Meghan is just frightening to them. Um, Power couple. That's the only way to describe them. Is a power couple. Yes, Santonia Smith, $800,000 Sussex Squad party. And you know what? That really does deserve it, doesn't it? That really does deserve a little bit of a party. I must have lost my manners, right? Let me see if I can do a little better than what I've done so far. Let's do it, shall we? Let's turn it up. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Janelle's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, I There we go. Now that is worthy of the huge amount of money that the Sussex squad has raised in the past few years. A massive, massive amount of money. So you guys should be very proud of that. It has been incredible to watch, and I am very proud of the contribution that all of us have made. So, bravo to the Sussex squad. You like that? I love that video. So, you guys, we're done here. It has been an hour, almost 2 hours, hour and 36 minutes. So, so much for getting you guys out of here in an hour. I don't see that Pedo or Ann is scheduled, but I tell you what, yesterday there was quite an amazing video from Claire K. Is it Claire K? Yeah, she had a really nice video yesterday. I want to share the link for you guys right now. Claire Kane, there we go. Not Claire K. But yeah, she had a really very, very cool, thought-provoking video. And I do want to share that with you guys right now. So let me please grab that link before you guys go. And I am going to peg it to the chat so you guys can see it for yourselves. Let me go back over. Let me see. Let me go over here. I got to go to another screen to do that. Yeah. Yep. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. There we go. So that is me. And I will do this so you guys can. There it is at the top of the chat. And don't forget, there's still a Sussex fundraiser. Well, what do we call that fundraiser? Anyway, we got a fundraiser going on. You know what I'm talking about. I will remember to peg that one tomorrow for you guys. And no Lydia today, huh? No Lydia Washington today? She must be very busy in her meetings today at work or just busy working. But anyway, yeah, so no Lydia today. I just noticed that. Anastasia, I don't think I said hi to you today. Hello, Anastasia. Hello, Creative Life. Ray Raquel, hello. All right, so yes, please check out Claire Kane. It was a very thought-provocative, you know what I mean. It was a really good video, and she delved into some stuff that I don't know. I really enjoyed it. So you guys, make sure you go watch it. If you haven't subscribed to her, I recommend that you do because she so far I think she's only done the recorded videos, and I know some of you guys prefer the recorded videos, and it's very well made. I mean, the pace and everything was just incredible. The information was good. So I think you guys will like it. As a matter of fact, you will love it. Okay. Let me see. Well, thank you so much, Ray Raquel. Okay. Okay, let me take that away. And of course, love to our faves. Let me see here. Let me put this back up. I love this photo. I love, love, love that photo. So, so confident and beautiful and elegant. Love it. Okay. And you know what? As a Sussex squad, we always got their back. We always got their back. Right? Right. It's a good day to have a good day. All right. Let me see here. Any more comments, you guys? Yes, so long. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. Yes, there you go. There you go. Is she on now? Really? How did I miss that? Let me see. Oh, well then get on over there. What are you guys doing sitting around here? Get over there. Let me get the oh, it's a short video. It's only like 2 minutes, I think. But yeah, she's not on now. Oh, okay. Facts and 2 cents. Facts and 2 cents is coming up in 17 minutes. There you go, you guys. Pedo is coming on in like 17 minutes. I will be there listening, and probably making myself some lunch. So let me get the link for that. And then you guys have a good day. I appreciate it. Thank you for your contributions to Royal Sussex, you guys. I really appreciate it. Let me see. Okay, so that's pedal right there. And I am going to peg it. Wait a minute. Uh, uh, okay. Let me see. Got it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm doing it again. Remember last time when I was trying to pin something to the chat when I was trying to pin something to the chat, and I was on somebody else's channel. I just did that just now. So I'm like, wait a minute, how come this ain't working? It's not working because it's not your channel. Duh. Okay. All right. Pegged and ready to go. Now let me make sure that's going to the right place. Yes, there it is. Okay, you guys. So pedal is on in 17, no, in 15 minutes. So get over there. Make sure you're subscribed to Facts and Two Cents. Okay. Oh yeah. So again, thank you so much to our faves. I can't believe it's still like over 900 of you guys here, but thank you so much for listening to me him and haw and try to sort things out. Thank you to our Queen of Hearts and our Queen of Everything. And of course, now at this point, I'm looking for the final word of the day, whether it's a kind thought or a prayer. Let me see. Maybe this is it. Thanks, Sussex Squad family, for the love. God bless us all and God bless our faves. Amen. Oh, Pamela, you just gave me a chill when you said that. That is perfect. I have nothing else to add to it. So thank you all. And Charlotte, you are quite militant today, aren't you? You guys, Charlotte wants you all to know that the British media is full of racists, and what else? And yes, and William is jealous. Oh my God, I love Charlotte. I love this. This is so militant. I love it. I'm telling you, it makes my day when Charlotte calls somebody an imbecile. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, okay, Charlotte says, oh man. All right, so thank you so much for that comment. And again, thank you everybody. I will see you all over at Pedos. Oh, you're welcome, Hyacinth. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I gotta go, you guys. You guys need to get over to Pedals. That's right, Robert Collins. Over to Pedals. I have uh, pegged the link. So click that link and go over to Pedals. 888 people that's still in here. Can't y'all take a hint? We're done. Off the pedals, right? Off the pedals. That's right. You get them out of here, Sonia. Okay, see you. Oh, you're waiting for. All right, all right. Ginger Adventure. I got you, Marshar. That's the cue to go. And then after that, you guys, off the pedals. Ginger Avenge. Q Ginger Avenger. Because I'm done. I'm done, done, done. Love you guys so much. Thank you for the support.